What's up, peeps? Happy Sunday, and thank you for joining me for Soul Food Sundays. I hope that you guys are having a great morning. Whenever you're seeing this, a great day, a great evening, a great afternoon, whatever time of day it is, I hope it's great for you. I am going to be bringing you a message from Spirit. I forgot last weekend when I did Soul Food Sundays that we had a new moon in Gemini on Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday. And I usually do a new and full moon reading. And so since I didn't do that, we're only a few days late. No big deal. I'll just go ahead and do that today. So today we're going to be using the secret language of color cards, because I feel like the energy represented in this deck is very symbolic of what the new moon in Gemini embodies. Gemini is all about duality. It reminds us that we have two sides to us, our light and our dark side, our serious and our playful side, our creative side and our restful side. So we're going to explore what that energy is bringing in for us as a collective, and I assure you that I won't be before you long. I have plans to go for a nice walk with a friend of mine, so I'm gonna go get my steps in, try to burn some calories and whatnot, and just get my self-care Sunday on. I've been self-caring it up all weekend. I mean, like, really intentionally making sure that I'm doing things that pour into me. I pray that you guys are doing the same. So I am going to start by lighting some Palo Santo to kind of clear the space. For those of you who don't smudge or who are new to smudging, Palo Santo is a sacred wood that cleanses the energy. It can cleanse your energy as a person. It can cleanse the energy within a space. But be mindful of when you smudge of opening a window to let that energy out of the space. Because if you don't, you are basically just allowing that energy to flow throughout the house. You're not giving it an outlet. So that's one thing that some people aren't aware of, and you know, it's all about collectively us passing on good information to help us grow, glow, and go. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So we are going to go to God in prayer, thanking him in advance for the message that's about to come forth, and then we're going to get straight to it. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, I ask that you, first of all, accept our thanks and gratitude for all that you have done, for being such a blessing to us, for being the blessing to us, and allowing us to be vessels and blessings to others, shedding your light and your love. We ask that you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective, and show us what energy this new moon in Gemini is bringing forth for the collective. What do we have to look forward to that's coming into our lives this week? We thank you for all things. Amen. So let's see. All right, we got one. Let's see. Ooh. Plenty wanted to come out, but we're gonna go with those two, and I'm not gonna pull from the bottom and top. We'll just see what we're working with. Apricot, rejoice and laugh. Interesting. Silver, be persistent. Silver is one of my favorite colors. Oh, shaking tables and whatnot. It's not an earthquake, y'all. It's just me. I bumped the table. She clumsy like that. Silver, be persistent. I love metallics, and so silver is one of my favorite colors. I love silver, metallic gold. I love bronze and rose gold and pewter. I love all the metallics. But this card represents being persistent. Number 27. 2 and 7 make 9. 9 is definitely a number of persistence, because 10 represents completion. 9 is right before 10, which means that's like when you're at that point where you're almost at your breaking point, but you can see the finish line, and you need to be persistent to get to the finish line. So I think that this is very symbolic of the energy that the new moon in Gemini is bringing in for us, because a lot of us have been working on some things, and by now we are tired and we need to be refreshed. We need that summer energy to come in after enduring winter, spring, fall, the rain and all of the elements, the cold weather, the being in the house in quarantine. We're now seeing where that is kind of letting up, and some allowances are being made for us to get out. So just be encouraged. Don't be dismayed. Don't get frustrated. And if you get frustrated, allow that to turn into motivation. Again, the new moon in Gemini is about duality. So in situations where you find yourself frustrated, turn that into your motivation and your a source of persistence to meet your goal. Don't stop. Whatever it is that you have in mind, whatever goal you have in mind, keep going. Do not stop, because clearly you're almost at the finish line. People aren't cheered on and encouraged as much once they get into the race as they are when they're almost at the finish line. The motivation gets more intense. The need for motivation gets more intense. If you think about it like an actual track meet or a track race, everybody's rooting you on, but it gets more intense. The motivation and the encouragement and the crowd, the sound of the crowd gets more intense as you get closer to the finish line, because that is the point when you need it the most. So if you see the color silver, allow that to remind you in that moment to be persistent. Allow that to remind you to set an intention of being persistent. Don't quit. I think there's a description for it. Yeah, there's a description for the card in the book. So I'm going to share that with you guys in hopes that it helps you through the week. Silver is the color of peace and persistence, calming nervous tension, bringing serenity and expanding awareness. Silver also strengthens the healing process through purification, releasing diseases and density from the body and flushing toxicity from the blood and tissues. This includes healing the kidneys and balancing hormonal function, as well as bringing clarity. Silver is also great for protection and grounding. Strengthen your intention and resolve with silver rays of light. Persistence. Stand up straight and focus on what you would like to achieve or experience. Imagine silver rays of light intertwining themselves around you. Strengthen your intention and resolve. Allow them to hold you up taller and stronger. Ain't that what I just said? Allow the color silver. Whenever you see silver, and you're sure to see something silver throughout the week, I don't care if it's a ring, a pole, a spoon, a shoelace, some nail polish, a dumbbell, something gonna be silver. Allow that to strengthen your attention and resolve. Allow that to remind you of your intention, or make an intention to be persistent. Now imagine a silver ray of light that creates a bridge between your mind and your goal. For the next 3 days, focus on strengthening the silver bridge until you feel that you are confident enough to walk over it. Receive what you want and bring it back into the present. The more you feel like you already have it, the faster you will manifest it. We have got to tap into the power of visualization. That is a way to manifest those things into your life that you wish to come to fruition. That is a great way to bring things from thought to actuality, or from the seed that is planted in your mind to actually cultivating it in the 3D existence. So I strongly encourage you guys to read up on how to do creative visualization. I plan to do a video on that at some point and give you guys some more information and tips on that. But you definitely want to incorporate creative visualization into your spiritual practice, and also how you set your goals. Remember, when you continually focus positive attention on a goal, it is impossible not to manifest it. Say, I am confident, clear, and persistent. Wonderful things now flow into my life at the perfect time. Again, that affirmation is, I am confident, clear, and persistent. Wonderful things now flow into my life at the perfect time. Okay, new moon in Gemini, we see you out here stunting. So the next color is apricot, which is a really pretty soft orange, which is really blowing my mind because I've been working on strengthening and balancing my sacral chakra this weekend. I juiced some pineapple, carrots, and oh Lord, I need to get some ginkgo below because I can't remember. Pineapple, carrots, and I don't remember what the other ingredient was. But anyway, I don't have to. It ain't like y'all about to get some right now. But it was good, and I've been drinking on that the past couple of days. And just to kind of connect and balance my sacral chakra. And this orange is representative of the sacral chakra. And that is your energy center that focuses on creativity and sexual energy. It's that energy place where your creative ideas and your creative flow come from, or where you produce things from. So we definitely want to make sure that's strong, and it is definitely a part of how we rejoice and laugh. This card is encouraging us, number 20, to rejoice and laugh. This is not a time to go into our hiding places. It's not a time to do things or be in environments that are conducive to depression. It is a time for us to turn on our comedies, to get with our friends and family and share love and laughter, to do the things that we enjoy, to get out and play. Summer is coming. We are embarking on the summer solstice, and that is a time for us to enjoy our inner child, playful energy, our childlike energy, get out and ride our bikes and just have fun, not take life so seriously, because we've had a lot of serious energy going on in the world as a collective with the pandemic and everything that's been going on. The police brutality against African Americans, the Ahmaud Arbery case. There's just been so many things in the news that have been daunting, that have not been funny at all. Ain't shit funny about it. However, we have to find the light. And I think the light in some of those situations is that we are having those conversations, and we're being driven past conversation, even with limited mobility, to action. And that is important, and sometimes that is what it takes. It takes for those tragic things to happen, for those people for God to use those people's sacred contracts to draw up the masses, to do what it is that they need to do, to stand up, to make the change that needs to be made. And in that way, I'm very proud of us. So apricot lightens any heavy or burdensome energy you may be carrying to bring enormous vitality, joy, and zest into your life. Apricot also releases irrational fears and anxieties. It's a color of creativity, fun, and intuition. Meditate on the color apricot to bring more joy and lightness into your life. Joy. Today is a day of rejoicing. Amen. Remind yourself of all the golden moments you have experienced in your life. Find 5 joyful moments in this day. Wear something that is apricot or meditate on this color. Invite joy into your heart. Say, Divine Spirit, Please awaken the joy, laughter, and spontaneity of my heart and soul. Again, that affirmation is Divine Spirit, please awaken the joy, laughter, and spontaneity of my heart and soul. Spontaneity is something that is very underestimated, underappreciated. It's the spice of life. It's those things that you don't plan, but when you get the passion for it or the rush for it or it presents itself, you embrace it with arms wide open. I enjoy spontaneity. Some of the most creative and valuable things in our lives, the most fun that we have is spontaneous. And if you are reflecting on your life, say you're looking back on the past week or a couple of weeks and you haven't experienced anything spontaneous, make room for that in your life. Don't be closed-minded, closed-hearted, to where you're not allowing some sort of spontaneity in your life. It is not healthy for us to be routine and humdrum and just going about our days, doing the same old. So allow a break in the monotony. Allow yourself to experience some spontaneity that leads to rejoicing and laughter, even if it's just taking a break from watching the news to watch something funny, or to call a friend that you're sure to have a good laugh with. Something that is out of the ordinary for you would be considered spontaneity. So I pray that this message found you well. I pray that when you see the color silver or the color apricot, that you are reminded of this message, or that you intentionally incorporate the color silver and apricot into your life this week to remind you of the message and to help you set your intentions for the week. But with that being said, I'm about to go join my boo for this walk, and I hope that we get to enjoy some spontaneity, and knowing her, we would definitely rejoice and laugh. And I pray that you guys have an awesome week. Peace.